Alright, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I kind of was just going to talk to you guys about the fact that I did have a video planned and I was going to do this whole thing out of town and it was going to be super fun. I ended up going and it was only for a day, so I just didn't bring my camera. I was like, I'm just going to enjoy this time with my family. I went to the Texas Tailgaters game. Very fun. I got to go on the field and I got to be like in the dugout during the game and everything, so it was super cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record that for you guys, nor would I have been able to, so that is kind of why. Alright, y'all. So I kind of just wanted to bring this up to you guys because it's something that's going on in the world right now. I feel that I should, bring it up to you guys and just give you my take on it because, I don't know, I guess I have a kind of, some would say, controversial mindset compared to a lot of people. And yeah, I just think that, okay, so there's this whole virus coming out. I think it's like the hantavirus, I don't know how to pronounce it or whatever, but by the way, I'm not really trying to take a side here. I'm just giving my 2 cents on it, what I think of it, and also just how to go about it, right? One thing that I just want you guys to, obviously take care of during this time, especially with this whole thing going on, just make sure that y'all are staying healthy, right? Like, there's no excuses to not be eating good. I know sometimes it's convenient to get, terrible food and eat it, and it tastes good, right? Like, of course, but just take this time to specifically limit yourself on doing that and eating those kinds of things because, that's not just foods, right? It's also everything about your health, right? Your sleep schedule, maybe being on your phone less, being outside, get some more vitamin D. But yeah, those things are important, right? You want to make sure that you maintain those, especially with stuff like this going out. Whether it is going to affect you or not, you don't know. So always be 10 toes on that kind of stuff. But yes, so your health is extremely important, right? Because with these kind of things going around, whether they are, man-made or whether they are an actual disease, right? Who knows? But as y'all know, pretty much every election year, there's always something new, right? Every 2 to 4 years, there's always a new virus. There's always some sort of event that happens, right? I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that because, that happened with the whole COVID thing and it kind of put people into a spiral, right? Because people were, isolated. It kind of changed our entire community and how we act on a day-to-day basis. And I think a lot of you guys would probably agree with me on that. You spend so much time cooped up in the house, and then after that, everyone now all of a sudden, you can't have a conversation in public. And I know that was kind of happening already, but, COVID definitely topped that off. And just in case, there is another lockdown or whatever. I don't think there will be, but just God forbid, right? In that event, just make sure that you guys are taking your time, just using it wisely, right? You never know when you're gonna be cooped up in the house for a couple months or a couple weeks, right? So, just go have fun, go enjoy yourself. And it's summertime, so I really, I hope nothing happens because this is fun time. So for you guys out there, don't worry about this whole thing. Just make sure that you guys are staying on top of your health and, all of your bad habits, kick them to the curb. Because in the event of something like that happening, you'll be prepared, you'll be just physically ready to handle it and be able to withstand it, right? Or not even get it. So yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys are on top of that. Make sure you're taking your vitamins, make sure you're going to sleep on time, make sure you're not on your phone all the time, get outside, stay active because, like I said, if you're trapped in a house for 2 weeks to a month, you're not going to the gym, you're not going to be necessarily fully working out. Again, you never know. And if it is a very deadly disease, like they say, then, you got to be prepared for the worst. So, it's never a bad thing to be overly prepared, right? It's kind of weird. I don't really want to talk about it on social media because it's just too much opinions going around, so nor do I have the knowledge alone to talk about it, right? I didn't really have much for this whole video. I'll put in some clips from that baseball game that I went to. It was pretty cool, and I did get a couple clips for you guys that you'll see, so. But yeah, it was a super fun time. We got to go, it was in Oklahoma, so kind of a drive, it was 8 hours, but we're out here driving, it was fun. So I had a good time, got to spend some great time with my family and haven't been able to do that for a while, so it was great and super appreciative of it. But it's a great day out today. As you can see up there, it's pretty sunny. It's a nice day, so ought to go enjoy that. But anyways, you guys remember, stay healthy, stay positive, and stay having some gratitude, all right? You know, be grateful for the days that you have now because they won't be there again ever. So just be happy with what you got, do the best of today that you can, and go out there and kill it. I love y'all. Big love and peace out.